I think, define love, because you spend time, you dress up, and you buy the tickets and show up, because people realize what after COVID, that what real experience is, right? And we for at least for a couple of years we thought it's not going to happen where people are going to be collectively. So I think it's Thanksgiving. Okay.
Stage performance ever with Aifa, so I was very nervous. And this time also I was still nervous, but I think I had more fun this time. I was also dancing on some of my favorite songs of the year. I danced on Jhumka and Karan was sitting in the audience, so I think I just like fed off the energy of the audience. Right here. How are you? Thank you. Abira, I love you. So, सब दे दो. हाँ.
Okay, let's start with. That's a magnetic mic. You can put it. So, you have been doing our job,
Yeah.
What is this?
Are you getting paid to do it? I am. Sorry, I should be talking to you, you know.
You should never talk about camera. Tell me, who did you enjoy the most talking to?
Oh, a bunch of people actually. My friends, Mini Kabir, Maria, Arshad, but also Kejo. We had a very long, very poignant conversation. Ramesh, Sippy sir, actually bunch, Kusha. Like I've had some really incredible conversations, and I'm quite surprised myself that it happened in this space, which is quite chaotic. But I think I have a corner, so I'm like, come in, just have this conversation with me already, and everyone's like, oh, these are all thinkers, you know. But I want to be able to like talk to them.
Shahid, you know, a lot of women-led films are being made today. Women are showing a lot of movies, great movies for that matter. I want to know how much justice do we do when we make, women-led films in Bollywood?
Yeah, first of all, we have to stop talking about it like women-led films. There's no such thing. You have protagonists. Sorry. Hi. Hi. How are you? Oh my God. So good. I'm good. Bye, bye, bye. Sorry. Don't fall, yo. Sorry. Yeah. So please stop calling them women-led films. I think when, for years men were, sort of headlining films and nobody said, oh, men-led films, right? But you have all kinds of stories being told now, irrespective of the gender, which is amazing. But I also fear that in the name of representation, it shouldn't be wrong representation or just tokenism, because that's something that we have to be mindful of. But having said that, it's amazing that we are trying to be at least inclusive. Whether or not we succeed on, that's something time will tell. But I think at least the intent is there, which is amazing. And also stories from all parts of India, all parts of, not just urban but also rural, and all kinds of faces that you see now. So that, yeah.
But I'm so sorry to say this.
Yeah.
Do you think, with the changes that we've seen, like, more powerful roles coming into management, do you think the changes also coming behind? Like women are being
Behind the scene?
behind the scene? Is things changing for women?
Yes, they are. At least this conversation with this entire thing of Hema committee, and so there is conversation about it. I don't think, is it enough? No. But at least there is an awareness. And I always say that maybe if I were to work, many years ago when things were not so formalized, now these days, with the studio system and many other things that have come about, at least there are certain things you can't do, or people will think twice. So I think those kind of things are, and the only way is to hire more women in front of the camera, but also behind the camera. Fill your rooms with, why will you not have not just writers, but all kinds of HODs and technicians and everyone. So, and that you see, when you walk into a room or a set now, there are so many more women than it used to be. Because earlier, all these senior actors would tell you only your hairstylist and the heroine and the heroine's mother would be the only women on set. And now it's no more the case, which is what is required, and also in your writing rooms. यार वही तो है ना अब मतलब see I am on a very like again like I've always been extremely stringent about things that people who I work with and things like that. A lot of times I've been told you're being stupid, but I know as a human being it's important to me. I do not work with people who've been accused of me too, and that's a stand I take. A lot, and I not lose. I won't say lose. I don't do it. So it's not a matter of oh I wish I had done it. So a loss is when you feel a regret. I don't feel no regret, but having said that, it's also interesting because I see a lot of other people who I know who seem to have the right kind of politics go do those roles. So I'm also at this stage where I'm like, I don't know, am I wrong? Or, I'm also going through that process. But again, I have to sleep well at night. And I love to sleep. So it's important for me.
I loved your performance in Call Me Bay, Anamika's, Madhulika's role for that.
Yeah.
I want to know that, the situation that your character goes through
Yeah.
in the show. Has there ever been a situation like this for you in real life where somebody influential has tried to...
Oh, thank God it hasn't. And I would like to think that it's grace and just God or the universe looking out for me. It hasn't, but also I'm very like, I don't care who it is. If I feel unsafe, I would get out of that. So yeah, I'm very thankful it hasn't, but I obviously know that it happens to so many people, and every day there's so many new cases that come out and come into the light of day. But yeah, but it's a very important sort of track in the show and an important thing to speak about, especially in a show like that, which is commercial, which will be seen by so many people, etc.
But like she said, after a point of time when things taper down, what do you think according to you should be done when this talk will be there?
Just being accountable. And the thing is that accountability will only come when we hold each other accountable. No change can come from one individual, and change will never come if we are only looking at convenience. Convenience come in the way of accountability, and convenience being whether it's power, whether it's money, whether it's work, whatever. And again, everyone operates from a different space, but and I'm sure a lot of people would be like, listen, it's so difficult to get work in the first place, it's so difficult to get work as women at the first place, then why do we even lose out on work that is coming to us? And there are all kinds of discourses around it, but and it's a very personal thing. I mean, who am I to sort of judge somebody else's choices? Yeah, but to each her own. But I feel holding people accountable, like what happened in America, in many ways, did not happen here because, again, no one really cares, really.
Lapata Ladies has made it to the Oscars.
Yes, what a film, what a good film, yeah.
What do you have to say?
Please go in it. Please. Yeah.
Also one more thing. We've seen movies like Animal and Uncertainty also doing a lot of commercial section. I'm very sorry to ask this, but genuinely,
I'm sorry, ma'am. Can you ask him to stop?
Guys, we are having an interview here.
No.
again.
Yeah.
We've
Why are you
seen-
getting me into trouble?
No, I'm not. I'm saying genuinely, just one simple question.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah.
So basically, we've also seen the movies like Animal and Uncertainty also being
Oh.
really acclaimed and getting the kind of box office collections that we've seen.
Hmm.
Do you also believe, like as an actor, okay, do you believe when the audiences go to the cinema hall, are we getting too critical about the art that we're seeing and we're forgetting that movies are made for entertainment?
Oh, there cannot be entertainment without knowledge, awareness, politics, and art. I mean, I'm not saying make a really boring film. My only thing is, dude, it's film. Please don't bore me. But it doesn't mean that you make something which is incredibly hurtful to any section of the population. I mean, it's not about any one specific film, but there are many films that are, I'm sure, offensive. But also the problem is today everyone is ready to get offended for many other things that they shouldn't probably get offended with. But yeah, but I don't think you should. You know what you're doing, and you're doing it for a reason, and you're smart to be able to do it, and you're smart to be able to package it in a way and make it well so it sells. So you're a smart guy, you know exactly what you're doing, and people are coming in. You know, it's a honey trap, so it's what it is. Okay, bye. Thank you. Thank you.
And after the call, have you seen it? After the call, have you seen it?
हाँ जी मैं इधर ही हूँ जी हेलो hey what's up love the glasses
What performance?
why is your mic like why do I have to hold your mic हाँ first
We watched only
This
on
baby mic on it
because we're not lucky enough to be there.
yes you want me to
But
keep this
what
here for you
performance and with so many people.
1 second I am doing my first job for the day I'll get to you later all the mics are ready हाँ जी
Shahid was a memorable performance for you. Sorry.
poor thing she has waited for the mic to happen also only girls do this to each other huh
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Great performance. We watched your Instagram.
Thank
but
you so
tell
much.
me, so many people out there.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
I love it. I love being in a like a stadium full of people, and I remember like my first live experience was when I was like 15 years old, and Michael Jackson had come to India, and we all went to Andheri Sports Complex, and I remember walking home alone. So for me, it's like it's living your dream, being in a stadium full of people where you're the artist. And you're getting to do it, and I actually really enjoy live performances. I love the energy of the crowd. I feel it's a very pure experience. There's nobody between you and the people. Otherwise, there is a script and a character and a filmmaker and a marketing strategy and so many things between you and the people. When you do a movie, but when you're live, it's just you and them. So I find that always the most fun. So I had a great time.
Shahid, you're also a crowd when it comes to live events. Sorry. Not like Hariam.
Sorry.
Shahid, you are being loved for the dance moves. But was there any song you throughout your career which probably you found you felt it was a little tough for you to get this step?
A lot of the steps actually, I remember when I worked with Prabhu sir in R. Rajkumar and he made me do Gandhi Baat and Sari Ka Fall. I just didn't understand what to do, because I had danced with Shamak and the rhythm pattern and the style and everything is very different. So I remember that was the first time I felt like I don't know how to dance because till then I never felt like that because I was a trained dancer. I had taught people how to dance when I was like 18 years old. So that goes to show that how every dance style is so different and how you have to adapt and change according to it and yeah.
You are a crowd puller even at live events. We saw it in the press conference here. What? I mean, how do you do this? Does it come to you naturally?
बस मैं पैदा हुआ और ऐसे ही था मैं. Sorry?
Last time it was Babina's tribute.
Yes, I really enjoyed doing that actually.
This time what was the theme because we couldn't attend your...
Okay, so this time I performed on two of my songs, Akhiyan Gulab, which I've actually never done live, so it was great fun, and then Lal Pili Akhiyan. Then Kriti joined for Lal Pili Akhiyan, and then I did Mukabla with Prabhu sir. Then I did, which was that, Nayo, with Bobby sir. Because I loved seeing him in that song. I still remember him and Preeti ma'am wearing the caps and going. So got to do that with him. And then there was Nach Punjaban with Anil sir. So it was like a nice full act.
Out of all, what was the favorite act?
Because your mother was like classical dancer. She keeps posting videos on Instagram also. What do you have to say about it?
She's actually a genius dancer. I'm not even 1% of what she is. So I'm just happy that I got some of her DNA in me. But yeah, I have grown up watching her dance, and she's she's very, very special.
Shahid, personally, which was your favorite act out of the four that you just mentioned on the stage?
बेटा ये तो मतलब चांस ही नहीं है ना कि मैं आंसर करूँगा. आई एम नॉट वेरी डिप्लोमेटिक बट इतना तो आता है मुझे.
This year in India we saw a lot of concerts. I want to know from you when can we have your concert in Delhi?
In Delhi, I just did one concert now.
When is the next?
When very soon. Yeah.
So you are into filmmaking also. What do you have to say about it?
About what?
Filmmaking.
No, I do immersive films like VR, virtual reality, and because it's a new technology and it involves scent and haptics and all the stuff. My yeah.
And what about the role of AI in music now?
AI is just a tool. We use it in a way where it's beneficial and not. I think people love musicians more when AI comes.
So we see a scene
No, concerts, I think, define love because you spend time, you dress up, and you buy the tickets and show up because people realize what, after COVID, that what real experience is, right? And we, for at least for a couple of years, we thought this is not going to happen where people are going to be collectively. So I think it's Thanksgiving. Okay.
Thank you.
मैम यहाँ से कॉमन कीजिए ना, हम लोग को थोड़ा लेट हो रहा है स्टेज के लिए.
Hi Ananya.
Hello, hi, hi,
So
hi.
last time you made a beautiful performance at the IFA and today was your second time.
Yes.
If you could tell us the difference between the first time and the second.
So the first time was my first stage performance ever with IFA, so I was very nervous. And this time also I was still nervous, but I think I had more fun this time. I was also dancing on some of my favorite songs of the year. I danced on Jhumka and Karan was sitting in the audience, so I think I just like fed off the energy of the audience. Yes.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was all of it. I was going to say the end, but that's not true. I think before I go on, I'm like, okay, I can't wait for it to get over. But then once it's over, I'm like, I wish I could do it all over again. I think nothing compares to the rush of being on stage.
And Shah is back on stage after so long.
Yeah. I want to go and watch it. I've only been seeing like quietly from backstage, but I want to go sit in the audience and just laugh and enjoy myself.
And then
Ji.
I remember speaking last time when you said that you and your friends from the industry and you want to discuss about the work and yourself. Has it ever happened that Shah has watched any of your work and he has called you or played or complimented any of your work?
I think he's watched most of my work, I think, but my most special would be when he called me after Student of the Year and we had a long, long chat that felt really nice.
Anything that you would like to share with me exactly?
No, it was very cute and personal. I still have that message saved on my phone. I think I'm going to frame it one day.
Have you ever been given a tip from him?
I think with him, I've just kind of observed everything growing up, and I think more than an actor, he's an excellent, super, best actor, I think. But I think I've learned a lot from him as a human being also. He has this personality where he makes everyone around him feel so special and so warm, even though he's like the king. So that's something that's really admirable about him.
And another trailer of Kalyan that
Yes.
positive response.
Yes.
It takes into the world of AI.
Yes. Yes.
A while ago, we had seen a lot of celebrities becoming victim of deepfake videos. What are your thoughts on this?
No, it's very scary, and as public figures, our faces out there, our voices out there. So there's, I don't know how much we can safeguard. So I think it'll have to come from regulations by the government. I think that's probably the only solution.
And who are you marrying?
Faraz, Ameng Faraz. Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Congratulations on your award.
Can we just do it all together?
Yes, can you please do it?
Congratulations on your award.
Thank you so much.
So when you receive that award, and you receive recognition for this role in multiple platforms, and when you look back at your time, those hard days, when you see those hard days and the flashback, and when you receive these kind of accolades for your research, you think about those flashback memories.
I just think that hard days are part of life. I don't look at them and feel, oh my God, I went through that period in my life. It's a journey every person goes through in their life. And only when you work hard, there's a day when it comes in your life where you get some kind of acknowledgement. I think everybody's life is like that.
You seem to be emerging as the favorite antagonist in Bollywood now after Animals as Alpha, where you are reuniting with Anil Kapoor also.
I don't know, I can't speak about that film because I really can't right now at this moment. But
Bobby, do you think the industry is capitalizing on your villainous avatar that the audience is
ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. क्या है कि जब से मैंने इंडस्ट्री ज्वाइन की है, जब आप जब कोई रोल करते हैं तो उस हिसाब से आपको ज़्यादा तो उसी हिसाब के रोल मिलते हैं. So it's been happening since before, not just now. It's always going to be like that. It's just that it took me a tough time to change my image, and finally I've changed my image and I've done characters which are very different.
But there's been this.
What can one expect from anything is like, I hope you guys like it.
So you had a great moment with Shahid right now. How was it to dance on your track?
It's amazing. Shahid is an awesome dancer, actor, and everything. He's a great, he's just good with everything.
So there's been
Bobby,
belief that in Bollywood the villain era has ended. What do you have to say about that?
मैंने तो सुना नहीं, तूने कहाँ सुना?
Bobby Kapoor, do you think will bring a new villain?
पता नहीं मुझे ये सब चीज़ें, मैं कैसे बोल सकता हूँ?
आपका
मुझे
trailer
क्या
बहुत
मालूम
अच्छा
क्या
लग रहा है।
मुझे क्या मालूम जब एनिमे रिलीज हो तो क्या होने वाला है? मुझे नहीं मालूम था, तो पता नहीं क्या होने वाला
Bobby,
है।
it's a year of re-releases. If you had to re-release one of your films, which one would that be?
All of them?
Bobby, a Messi 4 to 10.
I'm away. You have a good time.
How was it? How was it? How was it?
South Africa, Shah Rukh.
Sir,